directly west of Valley Circle. So he should be coming up to that T intersection right now, and it looks like he's going to be making a northbound turn. You see the LAPD officers, rather, who are directly behind this vehicle. I'm going to count them now. I'm seeing about 5 units of the LAPD's West Valley Division that are in pursuit of this individual, and his speeds have maintained at about 50 miles an hour, airship overhead.
Yeah, the speeds are okay, but these curvy roads are something to worry about. Eliana, can you give us a little background of when this started and exactly where?
Kathy, this started about 10 to 15 minutes ago. And when I was listening to it on the scanner, the individual who is now driving this vehicle was actually outside of the car, and officers were in foot pursuit. But then he jumped in the vehicle, and that's when the vehicle pursuit began. So again, it's been going on now for about 10 minutes, started in the West Valley area, so very close to the 101 freeway at Topanga Canyon. And for the duration of this pursuit, he has only been on streets. He has not been on the freeway at any point, and his speeds have maintained roughly about 50 miles an hour. But as you mentioned, very windy roads up here. It's unclear if he's familiar with the area. I'd be surprised if he is, because it's all things considered, it's pretty remote, really windy. I'm surprised that he would choose to drive in this general direction. But for now, LAPD continuing to follow him from the air and with ground units directly behind him.
Ileana, is there anyone else in the car to the best of your knowledge?
Just Mikey.
We know there is not.
What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Live chase happening right now.
Else get in there with him. So at this point,
oh,
they believe
he's stopping.
He may be the only person, and he's coming to a stop here. We're just off of Black
That's
Canyon
not good.
Road and American Cutoff Road. So we're
doesn't mean anything. Make sure you share this, guys.
He is armed. Or believed to be armed and dangerous. I'm gonna widen out the shot a little bit until we see his hands and know that
quite a few people there
over.
hanging out.
But you can see
good to see everybody. And so I knew it.
His vehicle was not disabled. I thought maybe he had run out of gas, and that's why he was stopping, or was.
Oh no, he was just giving them a chance to catch up. Let's go, everybody.
To get out of their vehicle and buy him
down
a little bit so he could take off yet again.
Well, Eliana, I was thinking the same thing. I was wondering what his decision was right now.
Yeah, so Chase just jumped off a little bit ago. Not the typical streets of LA. We're rolling around through here. It's definitely a different situation.
Where does this canyon go?
Oh, no problem. Good to see you guys. Glad everybody's here.
Zip code, or do you have to, as Kathy mentioned,
share this out because it's live, baby?
I think he would have to come down. He'd have to turn around. Otherwise, everything up ahead towards our west is going to look exactly like what we're seeing here. So essentially, we are just
maybe his GPS is really messed up.
South of the 118 freeway, not far from the Santa Susana Pass. And again, continuing
the Dana, Susanna, Banana, Shannon Ricker here. Good to see everybody.
Mentioned, if he tried to turn around and head the other way, back in the direction that he came, he's going to be running right into
no surprise there, James. No surprise. Creed isn't here. I've messaged him. I've called him. No luck. So you're stuck with me. It's just the way it is. Six, good to see you, bud. Like, share.
Like right now, he's right there in the middle, and someone might be heading toward this, toward the driver.
Good to see everybody. Wow, a lot of you showing up. Tag anybody you want, like Courtney did. Cindy,
you don't see this guy coming right at you. It could lead to a vehicle collision.
I mean, you can't go very fast. Look at these roads; they are winding.
Oh, we just saw one car right there. You see that black SUV coming up the other side?
Yeah, car coming out the other side. It looks like this is more of a residential.
A lot of bush.
Still through the canyon here.
Thick with bush.
He's popping out here, so I'm gonna.
Just popping out right there through the bush, guys. Keep an eye on him. Let's get it done. Rafa. Happy birthday. Good to see you, Rafa.
Through Black Canyon Road with LAPD still.
If you're new here, say hello, please.
How did this start? Was it a failure to yield?
You're reading what I can read right there, Michael. Wanted for armed and dangerous threats. So I'm guessing he was armed and made dangerous threats. So.
And officers spotted him, and they knew him to be somebody that they were looking for.
Oh man, it's almost lights out, Dan. You're gonna get me in trouble yelling for Chris.
And they started giving chase on foot, and that is when he ran to this vehicle and got in.
Oh my goodness,
so
this is a very interesting neighborhood we've stopped in.
Now come to a stop. He's just on the other side of that tree. So we'll
yeah, that's a winding ass road, man.
As soon as we can.
You ain't gonna top out at nothing on there.
Knoll Road and Black Canyon Road.
Hallelujah, David. Thank you so much for the stars.
You see those officers really didn't give him much room. But
oh, wow. There he goes again. Is anybody surprised? I mean, this seems to be this guy's thing where he'll stop and go.
Now he stopped. The officers got out, started taking up
piss these cops off.
And he took off. We have seen this tactic before in several pursuits.
Damn right. Let's go, Silver Hunter.
Really
we're out on
the people in the vehicle a little bit of time to try to take off, as those officers, what they'll usually, here's somebody, somebody's out of that home there, approaching the individual right now, trying to talk to him. Perhaps this is somebody that they know. But you can see that the two people there in the driveway in communication with the driver of this vehicle.
Yeah,
that was really weird.
Along with the vehicle, they're like really wanting to tell them something. So you have to wonder, do they know them? I mean,
you're on TV, SA. Wave up.
Canyon Road, unless he knows where he is going.
Yeah, this is a very difficult drive that a lot of people would probably get lost if you don't know your way around. So considering that we just saw those two individuals,
maybe they stopped and asked that guy directions.
That is familiar to him. Perhaps he lives here, or he knows a couple people that do. Clearly, those two people wanted to
stopped at his uncle's house to say hello.
Those, people are now going to be talking to the LAPD, because the unit of the LAPD will hang back
Good to see
and talk to those individuals and try to get a little bit more information about the person that is in this pursuit.
This is a pretty
I'm curious, what is the end result
tight neighborhood, if you know what I mean. I'd be afraid if I lived there.
Now, it looks like he has nowhere to go. He can't get up that little alley or driveway there.
Yeah, he made that.
Yeah, he can. You back up.
I was going to say, Kathy, I can see the sign right there next to the vehicle. Not a through street, so there's no chance that he's going to be able to proceed on this road unless he U-turns and comes right at the officers, which could make for a very dangerous situation. It could become an assault with a deadly weapon if he uses that.
Yeah, this anything can happen, guys. Viewer discretion is advised because this is live.
And is going to have no option but to surrender to the LAPD's West Valley Division here within the next few minutes.
Now, there is that road off to the side there to the right. I mean, he could back up and go. Where does that go? That continues up. It looks like, there's really.
You think he gave that guy the pew-pew? You think the guy took the pew-pew from him?
So we'll have to wait
Maybe.
and see what he does.
Property and some train tracks beyond that. Yeah.
So the options are the LAPD right now issuing instructions to get out of the car.
Ooh,
to talk
if
to
he backs up, he's in trouble, man.
In this situation,
big trouble.
Or it's a standoff at this point.
Yeah, time is really on the side of the officers at this point, so
I
they'll
agree,
really
David.
slow things down and start making those.
Good to see everybody. I'm glad everybody's here.
They will first ask him to throw the keys
Texas
out
Mama
of
Bear's
the
here.
window,
There's legendary Mayor
guaranteed
Mary.
not to go
It's a
anywhere at
who's
that
who
point.
here of
And then
Chase
they will,
family.
very slowly and methodically ask him to get out of the vehicle, and then
Brenda.
when they feel comfortable, they'll have him walk in their direction.
I don't
They
think
will handcuff him, do a search of this person. And
that
then
was
take him
definitely a
off to the
wrong
police
turn.
station. But of course, some of these situations end up in.
I still think he's got options. Call me crazy.
Again, this is a person that was wanted for being armed and dangerous and for making criminal threats.
Ileana, I was just going to say, other than the car, the initial reports were armed and dangerous. Do we have any idea what that weapon might be?
Slingshot.
Clear. We did just hear it was armed and dangerous, but of course that could be a gun. It could be something like a knife.
Possibly, Joey.
Point, unclear to us at this time. We don't believe that the vehicle would qualify as being armed and dangerous, although that sometimes does qualify an assault with a deadly weapon case.
How was your name in high school? Armed and dangerous?
Something actually on his person that is considered the weapon.
Or
the guy walking
the Titan
out
Bushy.
on the right side of
Which
your
one?
Screen, walking in and out of his house, that the police have not necessarily advised him or pushed him back at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very interesting indeed. But I can tell you that
they're waiting.
Talking to that individual.
I mean, it's a bad spot to be a standoff. There's homes all around this place.
Have their guns drawn in the direction of that vehicle. So
that could do it too.
Caution, they want to make sure that all civilians are clear of this area while they continue their efforts to take this person.
Lynn, thank you for that.
They're going to keep their
Appreciate it.
attention on the suspect, in this case, the person in that car. You mentioned earlier that.
Good to hear, Danger. Good to see you as well.
Right now in the car, all of this starting just about 20 to 25 minutes ago, and we watched as the driver made his way through this canyon, just climbing higher and higher through some hairpin.
I'm getting word from upstairs. Some idiot from next door is trying to walk out there and look. Police will yell at them soon.
A couple of cars. And now, Colleen, as you said, he's in an area where this is residential. We're seeing
those sporks were really weird, by the way.
There is someone that keeps coming out on the balcony right there where the officers are probably talking to and negotiating with the driver of this car.
As we heard from Ileana,
that's a good way to get hurt.
Just at the beginning of that street says no.
We've now begun a tense standoff.
Not a through street, so he may be in a driveway here. And as we saw, when she widened out, you could just go up and turn around.
I think he can go up that road right there, though, personally.
And yeah, they may be telling that guy in the house to the right-hand side to go inside, but we've seen him a lot of times.
I think he could go right here, right?
Just to see what's going on. And I'm trying to see, Kathy, if there are a few people.
That's what I think.
Yeah, on the street there.
Yes.
Well. Another
that sign says, "Get off my lawn."
He stopped near a house and people were in the
Is that a
driveway.
geo tracker?
One man came up right to the car and he took off and they kept running for a moment after him like they knew him.
Yeah, you would have to think that maybe they did. That was just about 30 seconds, 45 seconds at most before he stopped.
Everybody,
the car in this
hold your breath.
Right
this
now.
could be a long one.
With us at this point?
Yeah, back with you guys here. We continue to watch the situation.
Think so, Flyboy?
Standoff at this point because the driver is refusing to come out of the car, and my pilot Rick just heard from the LAPD airship that the driver is inside smoking a cigarette. So being very casual about this.
Smoke him if you got him. Creed's not here. I got to say it.
Very soon. So enjoying his last few moments of freedom. But at this point,
thank you. Tag everybody. Everybody in your whole chat.
Window was down there for just a moment, and I am hearing LAPD requesting additional officers for a small crowd that is forming near the site of this pursuit termination.
Yeah. Are they requesting canines as well?
Geo tracker.
They haven't said that they're requesting canines just yet. At this point, they were just asking for additional officers to assist with this small crowd of residents that is forming just at the end of the end of the driveway, rather.
And they have a long trip up that windy road if they're going to bring in additional officers.
Deborah, dropping us the big 99 cents. I'm going to call it $1. Thank you so much for the dono. Does my heart good. Makes me feel good.
Doesn't tell you, or it does tell you that he's not in a hurry.
Mary, how are you? Good to see you. Creed's not here yet. Maybe he'll show up. I've called him and texted him, so maybe, just maybe.
Where Simi Valley police officers could
10 bones. Getting that last smoke in, right? Legendary Mary. Mayor Mary likes turtles. Please get it right if you want to say it.
Rainy Road. So a residential area here, but
yeah, all those people that are just coming up from behind and just trying to get in the way. I mean, have they never seen a chase before? Stay out of the way.
San Fernando Valley in the West Valley division of the LAPD has now come to a stop.
He's not good. Well, you know, at least these chases keep me busy. It's my outreach program I'm working on.
I know that you said it started around 5.
It could be Creed. You're right. They said he's smoking a cigarette, and you know he'll stop anything to smoke a cigarette. So could have stopped the chase just to smoke.
About the original incident that led up to that criminal threats situation. But what I was
Nancy, good to see you.
Airport on the police scanner was an officer
560 of you here across all of our platforms.
So he had spotted him. I believe
somebody take that dog in. He could get hurt.
101 freeway at Topanga Canyon, and he gave chase to try to apprehend the
Arlene,
but that is when he jumped
into
this car and took off driving and led officers on.
We might be here a while, kids.
On streets, he never got on the freeway. He made his way west towards Valley Circle. He took that to the north, and then took Woodley.
Please, if you're watching,
to the west rather, and
put your drop your ticket in the hat.
Where he drove
and your keys in the bowl.
It seemed like the residents there knew him because
Lisa.
they came out of the home. They ran right up to the car.
Well, I'm glad you stumbled in. Have a seat.
And, that is when the vehicle.
This is live right now, Brian. Happening as we speak.
It's unclear if he has any connection to this home or if he simply got lost and ended up in this dead.
Am I the one that feels like that sign they've got right there in front of that house is like when they stole from somewhere and brought it to their house? Because it doesn't look like it belongs there.
Just smoking a cigarette while LAPD officers continue their efforts to take him into custody.
Well, Eliana,
See, I
certainly
think the
did
same
seem
thing.
like
I
he
could
could
definitely drive
possibly
out of
have a
there too,
connection
Bear.
to the people who were in the driveway as he was making his way up, because
Lambonis
he
the
kept
Redis.
stopping several times. But at one point, as we
Good to
said, he
see you.
stopped, and there were two people in the driveway, and one ran
I mean,
alongside the
stock
car.
up now before the prices go up.
Seemed,
Am I right,
pretty
guys?
desperate to get him to stop. Have you heard any more about that?
This is the most excitement this street's had in 20 years.
Is that one of the units that is in pursuit will hang back and go
I
talk
had
to them to try
a
to get
dog. I'm
additional
worried about him.
information
Oh, what are
about
we
that
running up
person.
here about?
And they may have gotten that person's cell phone number out of all of it, because what I'm hearing is that officers are in telephone communication with the driver of this vehicle. So they have his phone number clearly.
I've been,
and they're
as a
talking
young
to him
man,
and trying to
Carol, I had
convince him
plenty
to
of
surrender.
practice doing it by
Talk to us
myself.
about what some of the other officers
Thank
are
you,
doing.
Carol.
We see the officers on point here.
Carol,
Black,
keeping the dream
initially there
alive.
were like 5 black and whites. Now there appear to be, by my count, at least 7 additional officers here. What are they doing? Are
Crowd
they
control.
not
We need some
evacuating,
crowd
but
control down here.
asking
It's
residents
getting out of
to go
hand.
or asking them to shelter in place?
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
residents nearby are
typically.
going to be asked to shelter in place. It does appear to be that the home just directly to the east that you see there, that one appears to have been evacuated.
There you go.
At least,
I
just
like
because of
this
the close
idea.
proximity of the situation. And
You are the
officers
great.
do have their guns drawn in the
I
direction
like
of
this
this
idea.
car. Again, this was somebody who is considered armed and dangerous. We don't know what type of weapon may be involved, but clearly the officers do. So out of an abundance of caution,
Possibly.
they have their guns drawn, and they also have their shields up, just in case this turns into a shooting situation.
I don't know what Creed's doing.
Yeah, we see
700 of
his
you here, though.
arm
Good to see
out the
everybody.
window. You said he was smoking a cigarette.
We'll take this time
earlier, just waiting it
to
out.
just get our
Because
predictions
the
in. What do you
fact
think
that
it's going to take to
he's
get this guy out?
boxed in
And do we
this
get him
area
out,
that is not
dead or
breeze-free,
alive?
and there's really nowhere to go. Is this in the LAPD's
I'm just kidding.
advantage?
He'll be alive, I'm sure.
It's actually not,
Tampon
in
shortage.
my opinion,
Roll
because
your
if they
own,
were to
Mariah.
call the SWAT team, for example,
That's a
usually what they
lost
like to do
art.
in these
Roll
types of
your own.
situation is box the vehicle in with SWAT vehicles on either side. But in this
Vinny,
case,
that is
really
awful.
they can only just do it from one end, because on the front end there is that home. So it could be a situation
This is
where
a
the
want of
driver could get out of the
being,
car
I
and
guess
into
he's
that home, so
threatened
there's really
somebody
no way
with a weapon.
blocking him from just trying to run
So we
away
know he's got some
on
sort of
foot.
weapon.
And
He's
if he were
armed.
to do that, let me show you what the area looks like here. It looks like a lot of ranch-style homes, a lot of empty lots, and just beyond that, you have the train tracks there. So he could attempt to just run away.
Don Myers
Driving away,
dropping
at least,
big
back in
bucks
the direction that he came.
on
It's
us.
really
Thank
not
you
gonna
for
be
the
possible. There's just too many
10
officers in the way.
biggins. We appreciate
if
it.
you pull out, if you
Goes a
continue
long
to
way
again,
keeping the lights on around here.
to where the train tracks are.
I missed
That's
that.
a small alley there.
Cheryl would
There's
love
no
to seen
way
it.
he could fit a car through there and into that open space where we see some of those mobile homes.
Fry Hill has the best
Are-
sausage on the planet.
It looks like, yeah, so the next property over, so that next driveway that we were seeing, it looks like that would actually
Okay, he can
lead
go
to this
right through that
property
fence
there.
over there on the
So,
far side.
he could realistically
He could go right
back
here,
up and try to
back
go up
here,
that other
and through there.
driveway and get access to this area over here near the train tracks. So
Right
it's,
there, right
not
there,
completely
and out right
impossible. It's
here.
just going to be difficult with all of those officers standing just so
I
close.
don't think so.
Yeah, and he
Unless
doesn't
they start pew pewing, he can go
know,
right
can't
here,
see like
right
we're
there.
seeing exactly what's ahead unless he knows. This
Hopefully he's
area
watching on his
again,
phone
and
and
we
he
really don't
he's
know
getting
at
some
this
ideas
point.
what he needs to
So,
do.
can you walk us through a little bit about what the LAPD is thinking right now? What is the next situation? Do they wait? Do they, as
No
Maria said,
sound,
do they
Ruth.
wait for a canine unit to make its
Or
way
even
there?
use,
Can no one
smoke.
hear me? I mean, am I
yeah,
talking to
the windows
myself?
What are
The
they
car, the
thinking?
window's open.
Yeah,
That
the
is not a
window's
Suzuki
open. You can
Sidekick.
see
That's a
his
Geo
hands. So
Metro.
again, just very
Geo,
relaxed, he was smoking a
whatever, Geo
cigarette.
Tracker.
He is in telephone communication with officers at least. So
Australia,
it's
you
open
say?
dialogue, and that's exactly what
No
officers
dance
want,
for you,
because they want to
Australia.
have that open
Mick,
dialogue where they can try to convince
welcome,
them
mate.
to surrender, and they can get crisis negotiators out here if needed. As you mentioned, they can also get.
I'm waiting for some
police
old lady to come out there and
and,
beat on the
if
hood of
this
that
turns into
car.
a SWAT situation, we would see the SWAT
Maybe,
team
Nancy,
come
I
out
don't
here
know.
with their Bearcats, and that's when you
Must
may
the
see
crash.
those officers deploy less than lethal rounds into the vehicle, like pepper ball rounds and things of that nature, to try to get him to
Did
come
I
out
miss
that
you
way.
something?
But for
I
now,
don't doubt
really,
it.
time
There's
is on the
like
side of the officers. They're
900
really in
people
no
here,
hurry
all
to
messaging all
try
at
to
once.
escalate things.
I will find it. I will backtrack.
They want him to come out peacefully.
There was Don's.
And if we go back to the beginning, when you
there's
said
Lisa
when this
Snoopy.
all started,
Happy
he was
birthday,
young
Rafa,
in
from
the
Lisa
vehicle,
Snoopy.
So we have reason to believe
Matt's
that it could be his. By
favorite
now they've had time to run the license plates. It's possible they would know who they're dealing with. And if not, at least they've had time to gather information. And like you said, they have phone contact with him. So a lot of things working in their advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. He was able to jump into that vehicle.
I'm glad you're here. New, used, pre-owned. We love everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm just glad you're here.
Get in that car after a short foot pursuit that literally lasted maybe 2 to 3 minutes at most before he.
Oh yeah, he couldn't get very far running. He needs to back up.
He just stayed on surface streets, never jumping on any of our freeways, even though he had the chance. Some of the major streets that he took were Topanga Canyon, Valley Circle, was Woolsey Canyon, and eventually came to an end here.
Does that sign look stolen? Like they put it there themselves?
That has homes, really. It's not too populated, though. A lot of these lots here are pretty wide.
Yes, this is in real life right now. Share it out. Give it a like.
With that black vehicle there, that's going to be Catherine Street, which is
Ruth needs to know. Do any of you guys got sound?
Through this neighborhood, but at this point, officers just continuing to talk.
There's sound.
Trying to get him to surrender peacefully.
Can you give us an idea of what officers are doing with some of the neighbors who are showing up? We see them just at the bottom.
Could be both.
They're out there for a little while, and then they seem to turn around and walk away. Are they trying to keep people from?
Yes, they're together doing a show.
They are, and a great way to do that is to put up some caution.
Oh, they're running off that guy in the pink shirt. Get the hell out of here.
We had heard that there was a small crowd of residents that was gathering to watch all of this activity because under normal circumstances, this is a pretty
it's the most boring neighborhood of all time, I'm sure.
And so, of course, we had some residents that came out. They wanted to see what all
Thank you,
was
Gene.
about, but unfortunately,
the great.
Large crowd was starting to gather, and now we see the individual.
He's out of the car. What's he doing? Oh,
what the officers
he's on the phone.
See his hands, and there you go. Exactly what they want.
He's praying. He's a very religious man, like James is.
Attempt to surrender here within the next few minutes.
His arms are up. He does have the phone. It looks like he's thinking about
he's
down in that prone position.
He's getting down. But now will he move?
Even though it appears that is
what's going to happen next?
Hand,
where is Hancock?
To at least toss it off to the side, just out of an abundance of caution, so that they don't mistake it for a weapon per se. Because again, this was an individual that was wanted for being armed and dangerous and for making criminal threats.
They might need to water the grass. The lawn is awful here.
And to make sure that there's nothing on his person that could possibly.
I would love to him. I mean, that's a dream, right?
Top of mind for all of these officers, all law enforcement today, has to be what happened to the CHP officer in Studio City last night, making a traffic stop just off the 101 in Studio City.
We've had a lot of problems with officers getting
critical condition
pew-pewed in California.
Every day, I would assume with caution today, that would definitely, Ileana, have to be top of mind.
Absolutely. And they say in law enforcement that there's no such thing as a regular traffic stop because you never know what is going to happen. So
these guys are
have to be on high alert whenever they stop a vehicle. And in this situation,
now I got to see if there's a pew-pew in the car. There's 1,000 of you here. Subscribe, like, you know the deal.
Is now approaching him with their guns drawn, and they're going to handcuff him and help him up to his feet. They will then walk him back to one of the patrol units and search him to make sure that there's nothing on him that could possibly.
Do you see him getting anything out of the car? I need to know.
Do a quick search of the vehicle just to make sure that nobody else is inside.
All right, Ileana Moreno, thank you so much.
What a crazy
on this pursuit
situation here with this guy.
Now, while all of this has been going on, we can tell you we're also following.
Oh my God! Somebody shouldn't be in high def.
A shooting involving El Monte police there.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch that.
Was shot. An El Monte police officer has also been taken to the hospital. We're not sure how.
No, we're not gonna do that. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody coming by. 1,015 of you. If you like chases, this is your home. We do chases. We do cases. If you like Zoom court, this is your first time here, Lisa. Well, I welcome. I'm glad you're here. We've got a great community, a lot of good people here. We appreciate you guys taking a chance, rolling the dice. It's absolutely free to subscribe. Give this a like. We would appreciate it. Yeah, we just like to have fun here. 5 days a week, classic chases. But when there's something live like this, boom. We're glad everybody's here. I appreciate you. Appreciate if Creed was here, he'd want me to watch a video from somewhere. I'm gonna look, make sure there's nothing else anywhere coverage wise. Nope, everybody's flying off. That seems to be yeah, pretty much done, guys. Appreciate everybody. We got to get back to normal. If you haven't subscribed already, do it. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on the Queens and Bishop Show page. Soon to be the Mikey and Rooster Reborn. Yes, it was really live. We're done. Say my name, Genesis Floods. You gonna let me prank call people? I don't want to do the whole shebang. I just want to prank call people. I love prank calls. That's what I want to do. But yeah, everybody have a great night. We love you. Hang in there. Make sure you got notifications on just in case we go live. Subscribe to we got a Chase channel. And tomorrow is a big, big day. Tomorrow is Wild Woman Wednesday. Right here, we're going to be doing all women. Well, let me rephrase that. We're going to be doing all women-related chases, cases, police incidences. We've got people who are having sex on the beach when they shouldn't be. All that good stuff and more. Fox has something going on. Well, I guarantee you it's probably nothing. They've already arrested the guy unless they want to release him back into the wild. But yeah. So I'm out of here, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. If nothing else happens tonight, I love you guys. Stay hard. Until next time. Doing all the women tomorrow. I can't believe I said that. Remember, it's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday is nice.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Just do what I tell you.
No, you hang up.